Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we apologize. It seemed like today the internet service they act up. It just abruptly interrupt with session, so we apologize for any inconvenience. Thank you so much again, Mr. Metger. Having also get for patiently wait for NSF come on board. For now, we continue usa we left off. Once again, I thank you for your understanding. Mr. Metger, I know say you've been there on the floor. Even they try for give you own submission before we get the unfortunate interruption. So they can't let you come back in, and then we will go from there. Welcome back, sir. Check your volume, sir. Check your volume. My patients will. It seems like it's still there off. Sorry. Okay, Mr. Metziger. Yeah, wonderful. You did on now. So feel free for land too, so you left off. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Would they hear you? Yeah, welcome back, sir. Welcome.
All right, okay. Just like what we talk about, because there are times people can only look at Usayi for them. I can look Usayi for food. I think I've been the talk on the chief minister in influence where for them actually a lot of people then will say, why you always they talk about the chief minister?
That'll be said I best friend. Oh. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yeah. But you
And
didn't
so
make some
don't,
excellent points then. You didn't.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So if you make they say chief minister, because when you look at decision makers in Asaloko now, when you talk about the president, the vice president, the third person you think about is the chief minister. And not only that, because it's the third when we come to the hierarchy of the state, how the governance system is being structured, it's not only that because it's the third in command, as I can say, but uh, when you look at in background, in professional background, in academic background, it's all related to within peace, 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 all the way peace, peace, peace. So now that make any situation where they happen, and they expect he must be the first person to step in and try to resolve such a peace. We get the alternate dispute resolution. Assure is aware of that, which is the APR. We get mediations system in place as a peace developer. There are several things in where we can do for avoid conflicts, for avoid disputes, for avoid quarrels, blabber, all them things and they. But again, the question where I go to ask, were some of these things being actually introduced by the chief minister to the minister of energy? Because as I've been saying earlier before the line go off, all of the ministers then they actually they interface with the chief minister because the chief minister is the person in charge for the ministers and they oversee them and they supervise them. Right? So in actual fact, the Minister of Energy not do anything without the prior notice of the Chief Minister. So when the Energy Minister did give green light to military people and for go take that machine, was the Chief Minister aware of it? Because I'm pretty sure if the Chief Minister was aware or been notified, His Excellency will be notified as well. Well, I don't want to be the devil's advocate here, but what you are the type of say, a situation where happen at McKinney, waiting at the center now for put a picture, something like this not go happen in the near future. Probably the chief minister not aware of some of his responsibility. I just want to echo that to him. Now, what should we expect from as the chief minister that will actually supervise in the ministries? So that waiting the ministers they do. Now that make any blunder where the ministers they blunder. Except otherwise people they don't know the functions of most of them people. Some of who know the functions of the chief minister, if the minister was also posting, it gets problem. The first person let me the same blame to now the chief minister. Because the chief minister now in the interface with the ministry. If I am president, so like President Bio, one of the first person we get for begin the query for now is the chief minister for waiting Apuna McKinney. Because before you come to the minister of energy, the first person is the chief minister. Why this go wrong? Why this go wrong? Were there any mechanism, methodology put in place to avoid situations like that? And in fact, Khadija, make I draw your attention to police, where police they respond to petition. Una de America, una are aware of how police they respond to petition of protesters. We get rubber bullets differently. We get water machines, them, hot water machine. We get tear gas,
I like that you
and
don't go ahead of me. This is stuff I wanted to bring to the table. So go right on and land.
in actual fact, the day where I hear about this situation, these were my first questions on the social media. This was meant I to social media. Because me na a social media guru. Alright? I almost then about 85 social media groups. So I don't delete. Na 85 don't left. Because people they ask me every day. And the reason is simple. Why they not use tear gas? Why they not use hot water? Why they not use rubber bullets? I think in the previous submission, I make mention of peacekeepers. And then we so-called police and soldier man, and then they will represent you as peacekeepers, and most of them countries are abroad. I think at the time don't reach for me to begin to stop them not to go as peacekeepers. Because we're not going to send somebody as peacekeepers abroad, where actually, you know, for quell down protesters, how to quell down tension, you know, venting in the ambulance people, how to bring them calm down. Because when you go as a peacekeeping person, you get to bear in mind the human rights issues, the human rights of every living person on this planet Earth. But if you know they take care of that, you know, just go open bullet and shoot and kill. I want to make Sierra Leoneans them know what happened in America. America big pass along Paris. We already know that. We see the huge amount of protesters in America. I want to know if there was anybody killed during that protest where they kill a man. What happened? They not go vandalize supermarkets then. They not broke places, public building then. They not destroy public building there. They did. But they didn't kill anybody? No. Nobody was killed in America. Police are dumping the tomato and they watch people. Instead of them, they die people, they have to work out. Sometimes they're not even able to control them. But anyway, nobody was killed throughout that protest in America, including white folks, Africans. They're all in the protest in America. But nobody was killed. They not use live bullet against anybody. Already been seen as tear gas. But again, why we would use live bullets? Live bullets.
Great one, sir.
Did that we not get any other thing in Catalonia because I remember government did not spend huge amount of money for Biden and doing the former Inspector General of Police when Inspector General Munu. Government we put but money for Biden and they. Why are they not using it when a live bullet was be used? So now that make in the colleagues and recommendation, may they add to that recommendation they say they must not only be fired, but may they also jail them, may they also try them, may them go face tribunal. If na police they are responsible, may them go face tribunal. If na soldier they are responsible for that killing, may them go face tribunal. Not only for sack them. Because for sack na one thing, if they go sit down and host, if he say all is well. But at least kill dog before dog make dog no say die day. So the recommendations then when my colleagues then raise up there, they in place, then questions the way we go like for ask the military, the police, the security personnel then where are the rubber bullets?
Talking about the rubber bullets, sir. Great point where everyone bring come and what thing everyone bring to the before I bring the rubber bullets is that when they go and do them findings the civil you fellow comrades in the same struggle when they go they also look at the some of the concerns and where other citizens them they say how some of the residents them of McKinney then destroyed the Sierra Leone People's Party political party home. But many Sierra Leoneans go and question say there's two things. First, when they do the findings, then look and say them use stones for break, but nothing like for say them burn house or any of that. That was not in the report. But Sierra Leoneans go say when it comes to life, we're comparing to property. We always discourage any form of violence. We don't condole it. But when it comes to the political party house, then in something where they can how you call them fix back and it go back to its norm. But when it comes to them people they are so in life, once they don't shoot them, they don't kill them. or the one that will not be innocent bystander. One of the video we're playing at the very first thing before we get the interruption. This young man been they come out in the markets, if I'm not mistaken, on the way it become this bullet meter way, unfortunately. So many different stories. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
I agree
give,
with you on that,
yeah,
on the party office side.
yeah,
Say the young people then go broke the party office, probably the security forces, maybe not that make them vex and say they begin to shoot or blah 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 blah.
yeah.
For me, I'm not that is an excuse.
Right. So that's having the
Uh,
try for land.
uh,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Because
That is
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Okay. No, what I want to say, go compare property where you go able for go back and build versus the life now we don't go where we're not going able to bring back except if God say otherwise. So come back
All
in,
right.
sir. I know something you want to add.
Okay. See, now that make even in Sierra Leone today, we see sometimes where they go rent somebody in house. If you tell us for political party office, they rent them to you. That's very common. Several people in that they do. And some people in there, if you're in a political party office, they go establish, you make sure so you do proper insurance. Because political party offices then, these are buildings where people say they get tendency that it will be broken down overnight, fire can catch fire overnight, because in African politics, we know say this is something very common. Now I give you an example of the past. The SLPP party office, we all know say it was destroyed before. Yeah? The APC party office, the same thing. Party office na Kenema, it was also destroyed. We all know several Kenema, we don't experience all the situations today. So we know say whenever there is a protest, if the opposition stronghold, a protest take place, the first office where then they go for, if you know say that you not get strong people in there. Now you were in minority, now your office in the wrong car. If you take a look at McKinney, who's that if you say in office then go born? Now APC office? No. Now SLPP office. If you go to Kenema, what do you expect? If you go to Bo, these are the stronghold of the SLPP. So that make most of them political party offices with the request the police, soldier, all them people and they for always there on the guard. Yeah. We see Abuja recently before 2018. Is it before 2018? No. In this government, what happened at APC party office? You remember that situation? It was very serious.
Yeah, May 31st, 2020. Yes.
It was not burned down. But at least we see glass them broke all empty in a day. Similar to what happened at SLPP party office during the previous administration. We see what happened at Bo. We see what happened at Kenema. So the issue for that kind of situation they are very common. But does that mean if you kill somebody? It's a question where then people they do that ask them for tell we after where then we don't do the investigation and get the people that responsible. Let them tell we whether somebody broke with glass, it's done with the glass, whether not for kill them. We see how many people that broke to big supermarket in America, they kill them. Then the places in America were much more expensive past the one in McKinney. They really make mention to America because a lot of people that are too late to make. Look at America. Anything about look at America. So we say, look at America. Then they kill people them doing a big protest. World, I would say that it was a global protest. Because all over the world, Black Lives Matter was everywhere. Black Lives Matter was everywhere. So just small McKinney, do we need to kill somebody because of a building? Well, that question they wait to the one there where do the act and we wait for the reports and know the one that will do the act. Because to that we don't know if the one that will do the acts and the reports. We know one puts the cats before the horse.
Yes, sir.
But the government will end up with helping for know the people that will do that act. And once that people then where they will find one thing for face the penalty, where we recommend.
So the other thing where Sierra Leoneans then go and know the innocent bystanders, that young man or young woman where they come out school where the unfortunate bullets go meet them, they end up in a hospital We get the case of another one where been there in a market as the Kuskas begin a run, they try for go, it get caught up. Another woman, I think, been in a market, unfortunately, then shooting 2 foot them. So, waiting in our updates at the moment when I don't hear from them people there. So, and is there anything where then they plan for compensate them people there? So, we go through this unfortunate thing.
Whenever you want to do an inquiry, then they always tell you, say, a situation they under investigation. So it's difficult to make you get any further information. So now that make you see for me, for make somebody not tell me say, oh you guys, this is prejudicing that blah 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 blah. We are watching, we are observing and seeing what's in the happen. We be patient with them, as they say, always they do is they under investigation. With the patient, they make the investigation come to an end. And not say the police they almost don't come to the end of the investigation, but I don't know whether President Bio don't set up another independent investigating team or look into what happened to McKinney, because some of us will not be interested in the police report, some of us will not be interested in the military report. We are waiting for the report from an independent body where we know that this now from an independent body and they know we develop nobody and that's it. If possible, let us go a mixture of international investigators as well. So at least there will be a stop to this.
Wonderful. So, sir, yes, sir.
Power tomorrow. The reason why to make one set the precedent now, SLPP can command a power tomorrow after than 5 or 10 or 20 or 50 or 100 years. Then the other party will come. Then we want to do the same kind of thing, tit for tat. We all know that the culture and the pattern of tit for tat is alone. And we don't need this. So we need to set a precedent from now that they must stop the killing. The killing, they must stop the killing. Security people, they must stop the killing. If this is not the best way to appreciate, to actually support President Bio, this is not the appropriate way to actually make President Bio to be happy. It's just destroying the administration of President Bio. So in actual fact, then security people, they want peace and they all the way this for appraise the president, for making the president glad or whatsoever. Come on, give me a break. Enough is enough. They must stop the killing. If the only President Bio actually become an happy person, he go to bed happy and he move around on foot, you don't need for sit down a motorcar. Now their actions. When you are in power, that is the time you really reconcile with your people. But the followers are actually creating a lot of tension, and they actually make President Bio not feel like say he is the president.
Excellent.
And if we reach to a point, we need to begin to call and name some of them people that they even shame them, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. They must stop the killing. Inside President Obama's administration, we saw that police were also shooting at people. We saw all of that. So you see what I mean?
Yes.
So we ask some of them guys on social media, then they say, well, APC has been doing. So you see the pattern and the type of thing where they go on, the tit for tat principle or theory.
Absolutely. Well stated. Well stated.
We not go after President Bio administration, the other administration where they can begin to do the same thing. Say, well, the papa they do, and so we said they do. Come on. They must stop this. They must stop the killing.
Well stated. Well stated.
Somebody, you see, in governance, somebody must actually set the precedent. And I sure say President Bio get an opportunity. The beginning of this year, I tell him say he has only 2020 for call things by their name. President Bio need to take a U-turn this 2020. If he calls out to sack at least 80% of the ministers for succeed, he has to go ahead and do that. If he has to sack 70% of his ministers to go ahead to succeed, he has to do that. Because in success, not only for him as an individual president, it's for us all as Sierra.
Well stated, sir. So many go and know if in the we don't give an update as civil society activists in regards to the Pademba Road saga. And I don't get anything yet so far because we still there is some alleged cases that we're in. The number don't go up to over 100 and some.
It's the same alleged information the way we said the we go and get official details. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just like what you had to say. You know, I don't like to build all my argument deliberations with official notices. You know, all people they do, these are just information. on the highway, you know. So,
Okay.
but some of us are waiting to get the information from the appropriate authorities.
Okay.
You know.
Fair
Not
enough.
that there are several rumors all around the place, but again, we are waiting for the relevant authorities to come out and tell you what's the way forward because we don't ask several questions on the Pademba Road issues. We are waiting for answers. The same way they ask questions on the Makeni issues, and we don't miss it on they ask several questions again on the Kabbalah issue. Still, I'm waiting for answers. I'm waiting for answers. And now we don't get a new minister of mines. I think I'll get for direct. We need for direct another question to that to run because the previous one we did it, has not given us any answer, and we want to know what happened in Kabbalah. We want to know
Wonderful.
what happened in Kabbalah when they were displaced, internally displaced by the
Yes.
Chinese company. So we need an explanation on that. All that thing is not good for an environment where actually premature when it comes to economic development, investment, and all that thing and they. Because if an investor one kind of the country, they look at all the indicators and they.
So speaking of that, we get another notice today say anybody when a U.S. citizen for shy away from the Republic of Sierra Leone because of safety reasons. So is there any improvement in that area?
Any press release for that? Me when it come, me one thing with me when it comes to American embassy or the embassies them around, I don't listen to rumors just like that or rumors on the social media.
No, I'm not talking about Sierra Leone saying that, but America they caution the citizen in regards to traveling if they decide to travel.
So this is officially done
Right.
by the American.
So my point is that certain thing like that, of course, we it not gonna be so easy for now. We right against we self say, hey, not safe right now for Kana Salono. It's impossible. But America can make and clear, not to 110, not to 210. America they make and clear say, let's say if even not today. 2-3 months back, America put on yes, it's then make and clear say and not safe for going our country. So I want to know if there's any improvement in that regards.
Well, may not go say Sierra Leone not safe or Sierra Leone safe or you not safe. And even for say America say Salon not safe, they're not the advice and citizens them for can Salon. The embassy in a Salon operational. There is not a time whenever they not shut down or they not close operations to the public. If your parents has not been done, I not say Salon still up and running.
Okay. So because salon's still there up and running, you look and say it's still safe.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm not go labor much on you, but one of the civil society activists when himself become victim of violence. Unfortunately, the internet's not allowing today for being make asking that question. Therefore, nothing go better ask answer to we how safe is really Sierra Leone.
The problem when you go get when it comes to safety, because probably safety is another statement. It get to do with the economy because that is my background. When you look at the economy, we actually need investors. We actually need economic growth. We need to revamp the economy. Yeah. But with waiting, we will see around. Honestly, it's not going to encourage investors and for come.
Okay, can we agree that for now investor come for now we vamp we economy it starts within we own self with responsibility as Sierra Leonean for ensure that safety and security is at stability for everyone involved, not for only certain individual. Can we agree on that?
Well, we got set indicators when it comes to actually looking at the investment sector or investment climate in every country around the world. The first always say security, right? Security is one. If there is no security, then believe me, I think recently there was rating. I think they rated you as the fifth country,
No.
the fifth peace, the fifth. I think there was a rating recently. What did the UN say about Salon when it comes to peace?
So the Global Peace Index for 2019 relegated Sierra Leone to 52nd place from 34th place in 2018. So what does that tell us?
So that means we
dropped down. Yeah, we dropped down. So that was my concern. Okay, so now we'll move forward.
So when we look at that, Some of them rating then they where they do them, then get for refer to some certain things and where they happen, why they rate with that. Because sometimes some of we like to ask questions.
Correct.
Why we been there and why we drop? Because if you know what to make you drop, if you able resolve them problems and they can go up again.
Absolutely.
But people say you were number 5, you don't count down to number 1. Why I count down?
So me not then a salon, but some most of we some of we then at the diaspora. So like how you give the suggestion, you want address first, and when we address sincerely, we know what's in at the problem before we find solution. In the example of that young man we been get them shooting foot now, and then they end up put on a Pademba road near the minister in O's. If we not resolve that, then we still get the how you call then this other place Tombo and not resolve it, then we get the McKinney and not resolve it. If it continue, how we go able for find solution? For now we how you call encourage or encourage investors then.
Khadija, if you look at we position paper, you don't take a look at that. One of the things where we make very clear to His Excellency the President, in human rights record as we speak, not good, based on the following indicators and the issues the way you don't raise up. The Pademba Road.
Yes, sir.
We get here from Lima in O.
Yeah.
We get here from Kenny. We get here from Luzar. We get here from Tombo. We get here from Kabbalah. So all of them issues there. We get here from different places around. Okay. Another send a good signal. And these are just targeted environment, targeted locations, targeted individuals. Because the investor where they can now, it go ask himself, I go work on a net? Yes or no? And now, probably the one that the clock says salon not secure, they must have a point. Yeah. The security, as I say, is another statement. Because if the president declares salon say we get everything, there is another whole ball game by itself. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
And remember, probably you may forget about that.
Yeah, no, not quite. So that's all part of the yes.
So let me take you down that road.
Yes, sir.
If President Yabin declares, I won't say we get terrorism, and who are the terrorism? Is a whole institution. Probably the APC has become a terroristic institution. I don't know, but that was what was made by His Excellency the President. Okay. Yeah. So if the president say we get terrorism as alone. Una where the America, una know what the American man we talk about terrorists, then they pray for gonna die they say.
Yes.
So by now that statement for don't even make American embassy for close down then operations. That statement.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So they are
well stated.
And after that statement, then they say we get terrorists then. They say a lot of things they have from all around the place. Sometimes man can take chance, bad people then they take chance of based on what they say. Now, bad people then go they hang around. They have a president, they don't make such a statement. Now, we'll see what will happen. They all have to study, we can't get a 1-year state of emergency. Why? 11 o'clock, everybody for the indoors.
Yeah.
That means there is something, there is some concern there.
Yes.
So nobody knows the net. Because somebody will tell me so because of the corona and net. For God's sake, corona they work on the net. You find limited people moving around at night. Then now go to Dove Court, go to Garrison Street, go to Abacha. Most of them are squares. You don't even see mask. No face mask.
Yeah. Great one. I wonder go ahead.
So in fact, the whole idea behind the 11 o'clock, now that makes some of we the ask His Excellency, the 11 o'clock curfew, I don't think so it makes much sense because except otherwise because of security reasons. But if not for corona, I don't think say it really appropriate because look around in the market squares. And even see some police officers without mask around. I've gone around police station, they were all without mask. And it was a crowded place. So for God's sake, these rules and what they put for able to abide by their rules and they.
Absolutely.
Look, now some of the indicators then some of the investors then they look at. Then they because when they call you Khadija, then they begin to ask you them questions, then they begin to ask you all them questions, and they how the security in a salon. Have a nice day. Because most of them we investors when they come and next thing let go out for go enjoy. Some of them tourists when they come. Some of them wait when they come. They let to club them so much, they let to beach side them so much. But if at a moment like this, we see yes, Corona Day, yes, social distance, fantastic and fun. So at night, you know, they find a huge crowd of people like in the daytime, and then social, and then market squares them around. Yeah. So if you take a look at all the situations, and then we are, you know, we are not really. Now that make it get, they ask the question: who are the advisors to President Bio? I think the president you need to reshuffle in advisors. That must also be something. I mean, you need to think about. It's also a point where people say president, you need to think about that. Would I even ask president? You say people then for the pay. Somebody tell me say that for the pay $700 for cancer alone. Then when they're ready for go back, then for pay $500 for corona test. So these are situations where people say even really the investors the way go and take the risk. Say, oh, now I can go see what they are going to do as alone. I get some Sierra Leoneans there in Buanka and say the ticket price don't go up. I say no, is it not the same? He say no, they are paying $700 for camp for corona test. They are paying back $50 for go, $50 for go, $70 for camp, $50 for go. They don't accumulate the tickets.
Yeah.
They are 4,000 inclusive. They are there for camp pay the sea coach for cross another $40 or $50. So, I mean, there is a bottleneck there, and there is an administrative barrier there where they actually limit people enough for Canada country.
Absolutely. Many will agree with you.
We need to call on the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Transport, and a roundtable and discuss because their ministries then are responsible for the coming and going out of individuals as alone. Transport, tourism, and the Ministry of Health, the Corona and the Health Ministry.
Yes.
The EOC then look into this situation. That money is too much. Even if they get for many people then pay money for tests for God's sake. I mean, make them break them down a bit. This person come on America, don't be in test, they free of charge. They where they enter, so they say for pay social amount of money. They where they left back, you get for pay social amount of money.
Yeah, well stated.
I don't know the I don't know outside this idea I come out. I don't really know outside this idea I come out. We will continue to ask His Excellency the President because for me I like to direct the question to His Excellency the President because it comes to a point another group trust people already around them. Anyway, so that security side, I agree with you, but I mean there is some fear that I mean Salon is still an understatement. People then go they afraid for come because of that statement. People then go they afraid for come because of the skirmishes all around the place. Oh yes, I agree with you.
The other thing I want to talk about now the
I don't say I tell you say Salon secure because Allan is secure.
I tell you, so it's more of an individual thing versus I get you. Okay, so I want to talk about the new Independent Media Commission Act of 2020. And also, I want to talk about the expungement of the 1965 Public Order Act, where I've been pull out a statement saying that's basically a hook wink, wherein then they take one draconian law to replace it with another one way more draconian than the previous one. I don't know what's in your take on that one.
When it comes to the 1965 Public Order Act, I would say, my late uncle be one victim of that. I think he was one of the person where that law is, then they make that law in the one main person people say, then they make that law for. He was one of the main person because he was a fearless journalist by then, so I make bigger. And we all know the 1965 Public Order Act. The really good for the media,
right?
Because it's like a medical. Do an audio recently where I lambast the medical doctors, the medical practitioners.
Yeah.
Because it become a time now with doctors and they become much more reckless. Our doctors are becoming much more dangerous than the one that we go shoot yourself na McKinney. Then we not go see them, because then they inside. I mean, because then you gone, they hear the sound of the gun. The soldier man, the policeman, we can read the sound of the own gun, say they don't kill. But again, there is another set of people that's alone where we get to be very careful, so therefore be very careful with. And that now with medical doctors and with medical personnel, and they are much more dangerous than those guys who actually perpetrated the situation in McKinney. And it got to do with this. Now, where journalists write about you because of a story where you're not pleased with, you see the current CID. But when medical doctor recklessly kills somebody in a hospital, nothing comes out of it. I have never seen a medical doctor being investigated for a reckless kill of somebody in a hospital. In America, it's very common. In Europe, it's very common. Overseas, it's very common. That, I mean, every death situation must be investigated.
Yeah. Yeah. And also you get a lot of interruption. So basically, before we land to the doctor, me concern where I get, or many Sierra Leoneans go get, is that first we say kudos that them get rid of the 1965 Act, this particular one where they talk about. But then if in return we turn around and put one where they say basically they can even stop media houses them without they don't want them be do waiting and they do, or then will grab say today, well today we don't want AYVO, we don't want to let it exist again, then cut them down, because of this new law 2020 new law, where we look and say waiting at the point of trying to get rid of one, and then you get one with dangerously equally as that of the one where you take out, or even worse.
And that make I tell somebody, say, I've been to talk to a journalist friend, I've been to tell her because he was debating. Now I say, my friend, how are you so happy? My friend, he said they don't expunge that bad act from 1965 public order act. I said, yes, I'm very serious. He said, sure. He said, today my joy for the journalists and Asalo. I said, well, you're not serious. I said, you're not serious. I said, really try to understand waiting then remove and waiting and put.
Yeah. I mean, the good news that they're not going able to arrest them again, but at the same time, if they stop your media house, if they stop AYV, how you able to function? Correct?
Well, if they stop you, I believe that provisions will be there for mediation and yeah. Very sure your media house but again, provision go there for done at the round table. Yeah.
For now, the government's reason as to why they stop the media house, correct?
Sometimes, what I usually they say, you can be asked to retract. That what you do is not correct, and you not say retraction, except otherwise, those guys who are jumping into the profession now, where you have no idea, because retraction is much more dangerous than where they are posting for Karanguna CID. When you media house don't retract 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, people that you read as they're out there, you view as they're out there, not to get confidence in media house again. That is the. So I sure say government for they think about that, and even the independent media commission even they think about that. That if a media house do something where actually not correct, well, that media house, because they for begin to discipline the media house, then the media house.
Mr. Allan, I want to be careful what they say now, so because when it comes to government, then you always win over the people. And the reason why I say that is you can get the most professional journalism or the professional media house, but if not a media house where they speak on the truth or stand for the truth, possibility say maybe what I say. No, 1 second, right? They can say, okay, we're not just this one, so they in our favor, we they shut them down. So again, it's still against the interest of the masses, and rather the interest of the whoever they in power, whether na APC, na SLPP, na NGC. So now they the concerned day. Just like how you say, you tell you journalist friends say, not rush so for celebrate, because look at the underlying issue, then where they behind this thing where they omit for place the other one. Yeah.
That has not stopped you from going to court, right?
Okay, that is a good one about the courts, Mr. Allan. But at the same time, how many cases then they, in the example of the main opposition, how many cases then they are courts where they not even touch, or where they just take the file and just put and done, where not they in the interest of the masses.
If you listen to his submission recently on the social media, I'll lambast the present Supreme Court and even the judges. I make mention very clearly.
Mm-hmm.
The previous administration, we see the judges, the output when it comes to some Sumana's judgments. We all see the output was very reckless.
Mm-hmm.
They came up with reckless output, and today they pay the price. Somebody was refused a job at the International Criminal Court of Justice.
Wow.
Somebody was refused a job at the ECOWAS Commission, at the ECOWAS Court.
Wow.
One of the judges.
Wow.
And they already maintained at that panel of judges against some other issue. They're already involved. I bet you it will be very difficult for them to get any international appointment because they have messed up their career. The judges sometimes and can fail to realize one thing. They're only answerable to God. If they are aware, say they're answerable to God, then go do the right thing. But if they say they're answerable to man, well, there will be questions. The posterity will tell on them. Today, some of them judges have even take those decisions. They're not able to work on a street and it's their aid up. Some of them don't die, but then conscience never served them right. So that makes a caution the present judges. I say, hey, do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, this government got to go. And the other government when they go come, you expect them to make them looking good eye? No. And I even further say, we judiciary forget a legal council where for they appoint judges. I think we law reform commission, then for beginning review some of we laws and as alone. Parliament they all for come together. The Chief Justice must not be appointed by the President. It's simply fusion of power. That is not separation of power. How you go tell me it's a longer separation of power when the Chief Justice is being appointed by the head of the executive and that is the President? For God's sake, give me a break. Tell me no. And even the appointment of the Speaker of Parliament. Sometimes the President not appoint somebody, and some President not mark somebody, they not even vote for a Parliament. So you see what I mean?
Exactly.
So parliamentarians are vulnerable. We parliamentarians are vulnerable. Those who are there are even vulnerable are opposition parliamentarians. Maybe former President Kuruma could just say, hey, what you do to not fine? He goes to get himself. He's not vulnerable to him. Maybe President, you could just call one and say, hey, that man, they waited to be so. You parliamentarians, the answer to them people, that are young people. Because also, the MPs must be answerable to their constituency and not to one individual. That is my take. I accept otherwise. The law says something different. But me just feel say every MP represent their people. They represent their constituency. But now the non-channel is an inverse. Now MPs are answerable to their political party and their leaders. Now that makes you see the constituency are not getting much from those MPs. They hardly go to their constituencies. This is the problem. You know? So now that comes to that 1965 Public Order Act, my dear, the court is there. I don't care. I can take in a court. I like the court delay, so one day, God go arrive.
The other thing where I've been talked to Mr. Thomas Mock Conte the last time we meet, and where I go ask you, I don't know if I've been asking you as well, but in the cases of like, okay, we know say we get some political case, no matter how people then want look some of which, like in the example of I think this gentleman in Pulan, Mr. Quater, then just Pulan recently, Mr. Albert George Williams, to name few, and Mr. Paulo Conte. And apart from them cases, there are Sierra Leoneans where maybe sometimes they don't do minor stuff, where for cost them 50,000 leons, but then they don't did it for the last 5 years or 2 years, they're not touch and kiss them. And obviously now they also don't go against their own human rights. And also the whether it has to do with CID or the Pademba Road in terms of the living condition, what in they do in regards to the cases then they and foresee that the rights they still maintain the right in terms of in regards to the civil rights sir.
Yeah, now a very interesting topic now you raise also a topic for discussion. Then people they will say then they then 50,000 cases they for them by road and then are remanded, then a police custody and all them thing and they. I think that we get an institution like a salon where they call legal aid. The legal aid then they for represent them people and they most international organization and they fund them, that organization, the UNDP and others, DFID and others. So the legal aid, I think we need to begin to ask the legal aid, waiting in the concerning some of them cases. How often the legal aid they visit the Pademba Road and the police sells them.
So they are
Because in our
sorry, sir. So for now, we give the audience then clarity. So that funding they if is specifically designed for the legal aids, then and they pay them for now. They make sure say then do right by the citizen and they correct.
the legal aid board, their service is where they do not free of charge.
Okay. Okay.
Then therefore represent people and then police custody and the correctional centers. Then they go investigate, waiting, bring it and try to resolve the issues amicably. There are times there is an issue between man and woman and old, all the issues, and they get a lot of social issues when they handle. Probably you are sent to Pademba Road just for 50,000 leons. I think the legal aid board get the responsibility for actually go and request for that person for fan court, and the lawyer will end up for speak without the person not for pay free of charge. So I wonder up till now we get huge number of cases and then but again it's a very now that makes us a very good one. I think we get to engage the legal aid board and know because they need to come out with statistics how many people then either weekly, monthly, where they actually the influence release. Because I shall say if then they really do then work as expected, will not probably get overcrowding on most of the correctional centers or with police custodies.
Well stated. Well stated. So now, I want to talk about. I play earlier the before we get interruption in the case of a woman where I respect and I believe say many respect them, hold them in high esteem. When we recently get, or I would say not recently, but we get waiting the president we suggest when I did been to money 2 or 3, sorry, wherein it make so I want just know go take a trip down memory lane where Madam Basita Michael during that Bintomani conference day, it makes some significant points or contribution. If I can paraphrase some of them, it make an emphasis on division and marginalization of certain group, either it be by their affiliation, their amigo just put a me word, their association, their region, their tribes, or even as far as the person's ideology, as we see today. Basically some people then can even attack other people them based on even the interaction on these various social media platform them. If then say okay then go against this one person ideology where they not believe, of course then they're ready for basically go down and throat I go put her in a way. And the list goes on, political instability and tension. So you see from waiting even basically suggest and they or present to the table, do you see anything as in improvement in that area from your perspective?
Well, for put them in one mood. Nothing be happen at that being too many based on the former bar association president. It get to do with the winners take it all right?
Yeah.
And that policy of the winners take it all, either a concept or it's a phenomenon. That's a winners take it all. Now they are involved with politics. And involved with politics. Because if you say President Koroma or President Bio, this one don't say, oh, now young people, you know what they bring up. They put in young people. Where in the go, or the new one they come inside and young people they bring. Well, that is the problem. Now we get us alone. If, for example, President Bio don't come in, for President Bio, get more bookman them. They get more qualified people them for take certain positions, big director ministerial positions. People the left young people and instead of the business people from promotion. No, what we see at least they are not semblance. For such political tension as alone, I think say that we now put it all with a put extra.
Mm-hmm. And
One,
yeah.
second, bill or the one they come out of President Bill for develop what we call a national agenda. A national agenda for be something where any government will come, it will go by. You see Ghana they improve very fast because of the idea of national agenda. Nobody know the changer. It's a national policy, but nobody know the changer. We see President Yotam, the Mamama airport, he put X.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Another government will carry meet this, he put X. Because President Yono meets no national agenda. And this national agenda is going to be a collective input by both the opposition and the government of the day. Once they all don't sit down, they don't agree on that. Tomorrow, even if that opposition they can, you know, now them agree on that thing, they go by them.
I love that. Can I come in, please? So I love that national agenda and the example we give with the Mamama Airport. I think say that in a wonderful one of which I challenged the Minister of Tourism when I be interviewing him. At that time, they frown against me because I look and say the thing I present to him was, even though it come up from the main opposition, but when we look at the bigger picture, it will be beneficial to we. And when we look now, a few years back, if they're not being touched on the Chinese them for be don't make and wearing, we airports for being built free of no cost. So that's a great example. I just want come in on that one. Come on in, sir.
Let I tell you, probably what they do now social media because we don't deliberate this on social media times without number. This might be a bigger forum and a bigger platform. In my Mama airport, I supported that ideology, except otherwise people then get their own political interests. May get an independent interest and national interest. I don't care which party you belong, which party that person belong to, red, green, yellow, pink, I don't care. My own interest is national interest. Let me look at me a private sector person. So anything what they look at from the private sector point of view. And now when you look at the Mamama airport, if you don't decongest Freetown,
Yeah,
Freetown will
absolutely.
not get place for park motor.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic. That Mamama airport for don't create job.
Absolutely.
And that Mamama airport for don't create tourism. That's alone. If you don't enlarge with tourism.
Yep.
That Mamama airport, if you don't create a lot of hotel, then 5-star hotel, what's why investment climate for don't change.
Mm-hmm.
We see what is happen in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Abuja, we see how Abuja they expand. Abuja don't expand to a point now. Houses and the people are not there. They go to bill and leper. Estate them.
Mm-hmm.
Salon free down for don't join to Machaka
Mm-hmm.
with that Mama airport. It's just like relocating the city. Now the same city will just continue.
Another thing where I say, Mr. Allan, sorry for interrupt. One thing where I've been strongly believe say making that building that mama airports for don't generate income. Where at the end of the day, then income then they back again with they put them back in the same salon, or if even one improve now we second airports or we main airports where we known as the longer airports for use them funding and they back again and still improve them, or even in the example of the bridge safe way the sitting presidents they suggest. Come back in, sir.
Yes, Lunge Airport would always be as Lunge Airport.
Yes.
Mama Airport will be an inland airport. It is much more risky for a country like Sierra Leone not get inland airport. Because at the area say Hasting they almost cut Hasting, how man they build wait you want for build. Hasting is also a very fantastic place where people say it was a very nice airport. But that one was probably for presidential airport or for the air taxi them. Meaning where plane they want go up country, all them places a day. If we don't resolve Hasting, but not know what the government they do with Hasting. Whereas now we see that the Minister of Lands and other people then old age and then they know what in a different day. But in any way, That my mama airport just like what the same. If we don't done with that airport, why is the 10, 20 year probably where the type of people where they build in hotel, all them things, and they just like what they say generate income. Now that make they say go decongest the city, business will not expand towards that end. They take a look at the tourists the way for they come. They take a look at now Liberia, people are not going to go again in Liberia. Ghana, you know, we are shorter to Europe. Salon are the shortest place to Europe. We take 5, 6 hours. We are there. So people therefore believe over they can. We for don't attract air traffic. We for don't attract air traffic and even then cargo flight for the Ghana and Salon with this new airport. But again, people then they say no, let's improve Lunge, let's expand on Lunge. How long? Well, let's just give an example. An old woman. You get an old woman as your wife. That old woman, they yes, and not say make actually dress them up. You can dress them up, but it still remains to be an old woman. If only go take the dressing, that old woman not go take the speed where you dress them. I can dress an old woman, address you, Khadija. They are put now on your marks, get set, go. You go and let that old woman, the tete, you go and carry, you still need the tete, they go. You know the reason why?
Yeah.
You old woman, when I get different energy.
It's true.
So in that situation there, old woman and old woman, dress them, is sit down, people they admire them. So it's just like the old airport and the new airport.
I like that. Yeah.
So this is
That's a
the
good one.
scenario. So whereas this new airport here for don't complement the older because I mean on the area say that Lunge day them will make a like an industrial place where for them be very fantastic. I think government for don't think about that. That was also a project in the pipeline from Jankaba in days then. So if them use Lunge, the airport for don't day where they get the whole industrial business day for police iron rod and all kind of things. Because we get all the raw material. Then we get with my mama airport here. But now I get to pay $40 for cross go Lunge. How long will they on that? Emergency situation. How many people then go cross for go Lunge?
Well stated.
We think with president. We president go inside small boat for cross go Lunge for go overseas.
Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, I know they appreciate why I can see the president inside them small boats for cross go Lunge. No.
Yeah. That's true.
You see that we are in the airport, you are the airport. So, I mean, the Mama airport for me, you wake me at any point in time, my support is there. My support is always there, and I hope that President Bill will rethink of that Mama airport. He will rethink of that. Because that Mama airport gets a lot of opportunities, a lot of opportunities. The reason why me they talk to maybe somebody else and go ask me, say, why this guy they talk to? Because I am not a politician.
Yeah.
Because I don't interest, a national interest I get. Somebody gets a political interest because he or she might be a propaganda. So because in President Bill say this, so he go and support President Bill. But again, this is why I love the white folks. White man let you where they argue and where they make points. Not always agree with the boss. Sometimes tell the boss, say, no, this fine, but this not fine. But not say because they're boss, they actually tell and say, this not fine.
First.
No. I'm not a bootlicker.
Yes.
Now that's our politics today. We have a lot of bootlickers all around the place. Spray singers, bootlickers, spray singers. I have never seen somebody on the social media from the SLPP side where they actually provide advice to President Bio. Because they're all like just reply, hey, President, go ahead, hey, no. So we need to begin a call on we leaders them and provide them advices, criticize them and provide solutions.
Well stated, sir. I think say you've done well. I don't want to hold you any longer. I know say the time late in a salon. Thank you so much for all you do. I want to make a last word, whether it's speaking to Sierra Leonean or the youth as a whole. And then I will come in and make the closing statement. Thank you so much again, sir.
Oh yes, I love to talk about the youth. I love to talk about the youth. Youth! And then are the future leader. And then are the breadwinners for Salon. The youth get a responsibility, get a duty, and get a responsibility as well. Sometimes I say when you talk from the dog, now for talk from the bone. Now we don't actually criticize the security people and the government about what happened in Makini. But again, let me also take this opportunity and talk to the youth. The youth therefore know say now one life they get. If they left Sudan politicians and use them and dump them, that's another whole ball game by itself. And they watch in Nigeria a comedy where some politicians then go for go influence the body them for go fight for them. Wait till then tell the politician and say, okay,
Go bring you picking
we are
them.
ready. He said we are ready to go. He said, but
Now you picking a lead.
get your son to take the lead.
Yes.
At the end of the day, the politician vex. He said, why didn't he make mention of? He said, yes, if you want me, we go. You pick for take the lead, or you pick for they will take. So let's say no, me picking for the America. He said, so you see, so now the man picking one use for go die. So we young people and people realize and know say the act of politicians now selfish one. We politicians are so selfish to a point that they use other man picking them, the young picking them and take them send them abroad. So, I make mention of somebody recently where I know we call in him there. That person is planning for that person every day. I say, well, the action of that person, the why go try to make his picking develop the same skill where that person is developed for making himself become like that person the way they admire so much. Now you tell me, say, Clara, come on at this place. I say, no. So you know what, man, but you want laugh and you want go the way to say, but another man picking. So what you do, anything where you admire, make me picking go for him. If you don't say you want to get political positions, you need people that will go fight for you. May you can take the lead for being one of the fighters. And maybe encourage young people. And there are several opportunities. Now I don't see the reason why a lot of the politicians are not mean well for the young people. Now they suggest to President Bio and government. We get several technical institutions in us alone. I like for always make mention of this now. All of me submissions. And most of them technical institutions and they don't be abandoned. What thing they do there now? Like journalism, human resource, accounting, bookkeeping, and all the rest of it. And they said there was a course module for that. And the course module, now most of them technical institutions then are welding, plumbing, wiring, electrician, and all that thing and they city and get all the one of this country, but now they're not they do again. Most of the technical institutions they have been abandoned. So I encourage proper governments, the relevant authorities, let them please try for equipped with technical institutions, let them engage the United Nations Development. There is a funding for that. The UNDP be not the try for do something sometime back in the previous administration. I sure say if this government engage the UNDP, the GTZ, the GIZ, or whatsoever the German people, I believe and I'm sure say we will help the government for equip them technical institutions. And then looking back, we get now both, we get now mechanics, we get now free tire, all about this people will get technical institutions. But they don't be outdated, and waiting they see them as also rotting children. And much more good for them. So may they equip and open them up to public, may young people then be trained, they need power. We see what happen during Africa mineral, then they import people then from South Africa, Guinea, Ivory Coast, Senegal. We can't drive them Bedford, tractors, caterpillars. Why do we need that? To go import personnel. Don't we have our young people? Now, if you take a look at what happen in the country, we want to go into agriculture. President Bio don't involved in agriculture. But how many young people are ready for going to the agricultural sector? They're not ready for go there because the Okada riders, the Keke riders, that's not the order of the day. So how for actually play with the mindset of the young people then for go back and engage in agriculture? Government get for put strategies in place. How to put strategies in place? We get an office where they say decentralization office.
Sorry, sir.
Office
It looked like we get a call. Salon for All, Voice for All, Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please. Caller, hello, caller. Okay. Sorry, sir. The person now respond.
Yeah, so that's it. So we need to actually play with young people and try to introduce to them agriculture because agriculture without agriculture, the whole world depend on agriculture because we dey eat on the daily basis. Every day we dey the sector where they make we dey eat na agriculture. But Salon we not take agriculture serious because we young people they went at the labor, they're all in at the main cities that they ride bike, ride keke, fast money. So I should say government decide for going to state farming, provide allowances for people, the young people, monthly. get quarters in some of them locations and the district and the Kibika, Allan, Kono, Kenema, Boma, Kenny, all the places and they. Now every district get young farm. I believe say the young people then will be engaged. All them bike riding, this, that, this are where they kill them every day, they bang them every day, it will be curtailed. But again, there must be somebody for able to bring the young people together. I was disappointed when I see the Ministry of Youth, they provide car wash center for young people there. That's destruction. You're destroying the young people. Car wash? Is that a trade? So for me, I was always against that. And I hope say the young people they know will concentrate on that. We get a lot of things where the young people they can go into manpower training. So that make I don't suggest and recommend to the government say maybe they try equip most of the technical institutions. And so we could get plumbers, we could get welders, we could get carpenters. Now it's difficult stuff for make you go look get welder around. Me get to importance and oh state that don't look for somebody to with plumbing. Me zinc na me
I love that. I think you said that with the last session. Yes, go
yeah.
ahead.
Me zinc na me kitchen na the same thing me zinc na me kitchen. Na me just a try for patch and myself. But don't look for plumber around tell me we get plumber. Just because we don't have. Now so what they will get. But government able to equip most of them with technical institutions and they young people they go able to go there for be trained.
Well
So
stated.
I think government gets part for play for the development of the young people in this country. And we need a proactive youth minister. We're actually equipped with some of their expertise than they. Because we're not going to support a minister who they go to recommend watch. No, come on. I'm not going to recommend people to go for sack the one they do. But the one they do relevant for that position, they I think security without somebody will be up to the task.
Thank you once again. At this juncture, I would say thank you on behalf of the entire team to Mr. Allan S. Tuboku Metger. And many go I know before you go, sir. What's did Tuboku come about?
No, well, me two bakuni na my compound name.
Okay.
The S they stand for Sperslin. When I'm a middle name, Sperslin.
Wonderful.
Where at least we all carry in my family, all my brothers and sisters, they all get Sperslin.
Okay.
But they took with my compound name as well.
Okay, so
And
now like a nickname.
The first one, which is Allan, means handsome, and the Sperslin means upright, and the Mexican means butcher.
Nice, wonderful. Thank you again on behalf of all peace-loving Sierra Leoneans around the world. We want to tell you plenty thank you for the work we they do as an activist. May the Almighty guide and protect you and continue to give you more wisdom, knowledge, understanding as you work in the interests of the masses. Thank you so much, sir. And Sierra Leoneans, thank you so much for beyond the Sierra Leone community. And thank you for logging on with we today as we all join voice for discuss issue affecting we community and we beloved Salon. Until next time, this is Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. Now God bless we all. God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone and the United States of America. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Bye, Mr. Mestiga. God bless, sir. Good night.
Thank you. Nice evening.